Welcome back to Inside the Ropes, brought to you by Australian Golf Media. Now, Matt, the Visionary of the Year competition is coming to its climax, and this week another monthly winner was announced, that being Riversdale Golf Club in Victoria, which is a place very familiar to you as a club champion, I believe. Sorry to embarrass you.
Yes, like, no, you're
Back
embarrassing the rest of the field, to be fair. Pretty. Yes, I've been a member there for a very long time. My family, through the generations, have, so very fond of Riversdale.
Me as well. It's a beautiful place, I think, Riversdale. It's hilly and it's a challenging walk, but it's just a superb golf course. And congratulations to the club for winning this award. And the club will go into the nominations for the annual award as well. Anyway, it's a pleasure to welcome to Inside the Ropes today Susan Marler, who's a past president of Riversdale. She's going to talk us through the changes that occurred at that club. Susan, welcome.
Martin, thank you.
What actually happened at Riversdale? Just in short, I believe that in your time as president, going back a couple of years, you did identify through the Vision 2025 program that Golf Australia runs, you did identify that there was a bit of an issue at your club with the imbalance. And you, in short, you did a number of things, but you did, for a short period of time, members who had been at the club for at least 15 years were able to offer a joining free or a waiver of the joining fee to someone that you knew, and you ended up through this program. You ended up, I think, picking up something like 50 new members.
That's right, Martin. It was we ran the program for actually 4 weeks, and it was members who have been a member for 15 years or more, and they could offer their friends or family or colleagues a waiver of the entrance fee. And in fact, we ended up with 56 new female members. And of which we've still retained 49. But I just want to go back a few steps, if I may, because I really want to thank Golf Australia's Vision 2025, the roadshow that they did 2018, I think it was. So we had, as a club, we had quite a few of us attending that roadshow with Shiloh and Megan. And I think it was inspiring, raising questions. How do we not only increase female participation in golf, but in the governance of the club and equity in playing rights for all members? So that was very inspirational, and the club took that on. It was endorsed in 2018 in the Vision 2025, and we set up in 2019 a Vision 2025 subcommittee, and they've been an advocate for these changes. So it was very inspiring at the time.
Susan, we do a few of these interviews on Inside the Ropes with clubs who have made changes, and I generally say to the women who come on, it feels to me like the tide has turned in this space. Do you think so?
I think it has. Because we've recognised, and I think early on, that women are more careful about their spending habits. They're not so willing to spend a lot of money on membership fees, and especially invest that money into something that they're not even sure they're going to like. A lot of women have never played golf before, and we're seeing that change. I mean, our intake, we had experience levels from 0 playing golf to low handicappers, and we've been able to manage that, and now they're all there enjoying the wonderful game of golf.
It's kind of a calculated gamble for the club, because clubs are protective of that joining fee. It is an influx of money that they can use for the benefit of the club, and if they do waive it, I mean, it's risky, I suppose, but I can see more and more clubs doing this with women, because there is a need for proactive sort of stance in this. And if you look at 56 new members, I don't know, let's say at $4,000, what does that extrapolate to? I mean, it's a better result for the club anyway if you can pull that off.
It is long term, absolutely. And the obstacle, the challenge is how do you retain those members? It's just not welcoming new members. You have to retain them, keep them year after year, give them that loyalty to the club. You need to encourage that loyalty to the club. And that's what we have worked hard on doing. And, just retaining those numbers. It's very important because the long-term annual fees all add up as well.
And it's not just the annual fees; it's the flow-on effect of the clubhouse and the functions. And look, I'm biased. I think Riversdale's a magnificent golf course, but my love of Riversdale stems from the social aspect, and that's why I've enjoyed being a member there for so long. What sort of things have you done, Susan, socially to interact and engage the new female members?
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Riversdale is very unique in that way, and our mixed events are known. We've loved doing our mixed events, and to get our women more involved, it was just basic things like, first thing we did was hold a cocktail party for the new members and their partners, which was a lot of fun, not only to welcome them, but to introduce to each other, to the new members to meet each other, which is very important so that they can get friendship groups and so forth. Our pro shop, John Horvath, set up group lessons, which were very popular, especially for those who had no experience in golf. WhatsApp group was very successful, so the new members could communicate with each other, set up games, go to lessons together. Oh, what else? Morning teas. We had lots of morning teas, followed by 9 holes with long-term standing members.
It sounds like you broke it down really easily for the new members, because it is an intimidating sport to begin, and it's certainly an intimidating place to walk in on your own. So to come in with 50 fellow members that are all beginning at the same time must have helped them all, I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think also that reflects on our women members. We've always had that attitude. If somebody walks into the club and is looking around, they'll call you over, come and sit with me, pull a chair up, introduce themselves. It's very unique. Yeah, our club, I think, in that way.
Yeah, Susan, what do you think about this issue of getting women and girls involved? What are the barriers? We've talked about the joining fee being difficult for new members, if they're not sure whether they like it. What else do you think stops women and girls from getting involved in golf clubs?
Well, it's interesting, and I go back to this roadshow, the Vision 2025 roadshow, and you take a step back then and just look at your club, and it can be driving up to the clubhouse is intimidating. How do I get from my car to the clubhouse on my own without knowing anybody? So if you can just even get out there, which we've tried to do, and our new members, our long-term members are very aware of the new members coming on, and, introduce themselves in the car park, come on up, what time you're playing, who you're playing with. So it's from the car park to the clubhouse. Rules and etiquette can be overwhelming, so we've tried to break that down, just keep it really basic at the moment. We've got introduced a buddy system, which has been fabulous. So the girls will go out and play with their buddy, who will just softly go into basic rules, etiquette, etc. So there's lots of steps that you have to take. It's not just, I think men are happy just to walk in, that's it. But the women, we're different. We're a different breed.
And I think a lot of men play for the competition.
Yes.
But a lot of women are just there for the social. And to walk into a club, if you're not a particularly experienced golfer, and then to be expected to play competition golf on a difficult golf course, it doesn't really make much sense. They're better off to go and play socially for, 12 months even.
Absolutely, Martin. And again, we've recognised that. So we've had given them their own tea times. They'll go out with the new members that they've made friends with. We did a survey about a year after they joined, and asking them how we can improve what we're offering to them. And a lot of them, well, as a result of that survey, we came back and we've offered a 9-hole comp just for the new members and their buddies. Just slowly introducing them. Yeah, slowly introducing them to different ways of scoring: par, Stableford, stroke. So that was, unfortunately, COVID has reared its ugly head. So that's definitely been on and off over the past few months.
And I think you've done some things around governance as well, maybe changed your club championships. So there was some weekends involved there, which helps the young student players or even the younger mums. It gives them an opportunity to play in the championships. And I think the board is 25% women as well.
Yes, we did. We changed our club championships. They are now played over the weekend as well as during the week to aid those that are working or students. The Vision 2025 subcommittee has been an advocate for increasing female participation in the club's governance. We've got 25% representation on the board at the moment. We have the subcommittee has advocated a 33% participation of women on all committees as well as the board. So, and we're really streaming ahead with that. I think most committees are at least 33%, if not more.
Yeah, it really seems like there's a commitment there, which is step one, isn't it? And, I've spoken to a lot of clubs about this over the last couple of years. Sometimes some of the things that can be done are as simple as moving the honour boards around or the photographs, making sure you've got a lot of women and girls represented in your photographs in your, on your walls. I remember speaking to one club down in Gippsland, and the president, went to the roadshow with Shiloh Curtis from Golf Australia, and she mentioned about the photographs of the club champions, and he went back inside the club, and here was the women's champions leaderboard over here above the toilet somewhere. And here were all the men around here. So he straight away moved them around. There are things that can be done. That's why we like to publicise the things that clubs do, because some of them are willing to do stuff, but they're not quite sure what to do. But anyway.
Could not agree more. And in our experience, our trophies, all our trophies were down in the ladies' locker room. Crazy. Nobody saw them except the women. So they've been moved to the front entrance where we've got equal representation of trophies in the front entrance. Our honour boards are upstairs now. There's a few that could still be moved, but we're getting there. And Definitely that's so important. And especially young women, they come into the club and they can't understand why the women's trophies downstairs or the women's photos downstairs.
Of course. And, it really sounds like Riversdale doing some good work here. Riversdale Golf Club wins a $500 Drummond Golf voucher and is now in the running to win up to $10,000 worth of products from the latest Callaway Riva product range, which are designed specifically for women. The overall visionary of the year will be voted upon very soon, I believe, Maddie, and announced sometime in the next month or so. So good luck to Riversdale with that. And Susan, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, and congratulations to the club.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Matt.
We'll be back with more on Inside the Ropes after this break.